Hello, welcome to Math 332 Elementary Linear Algebra for the summer session of 2020. My name is Kia Wa Ong. I'm your instructor for this course. You can just call me Kia, like the cheap Korean car. I wish my name is BMW, but unfortunately, I don't look German enough. Another thing that is pretty unfortunate is that this is our pandemic summer. That's the reason why we are meeting online. So the situation is not ideal, but I will try my very best to make sure that you get the kind of quality educations that you deserve. All right, a little bit about myself. I am originally from Malaysia. You probably heard of the country because we lost two planes within a year. One was shut down over Ukraine, and another one is still missing. Well, anyway, I came to the state in 2011 for my PhD program, and I eventually graduated in 2017 from Indiana University, Bloomington, with my PhD. My area of specialty is the dynamical system driven by dissipative partial differential equations. I joined IIT in the fall of 2017, and I just want to set the record straight that there's a rumors out there that the reason why I fled my country is because I failed too many students. That is technically not very precise. There's some truth in it, but that's not the real reason. Anyway, I am actually such an idiot because when I first came to IIT, I thought that MTCC is actually a train station. So I was actually at MTCC, try to get up to the platform, and I asked her students, how do I get up there? And I still remember the students was very puzzled that, and she said, what do you mean up there? And I say, I want to go get to the train in the green line. And she gave me a look that I still remember today. And she pointed me to the actual locations. It's very bad. I would like to spend a couple minutes to lay out the expectations and tell you a little bit about this course. I've been teaching linear algebra for many, many semesters now at IIT, and I understand the type of difficulties that you might encounter later on. So I just want to say it now to make sure that you know is that this course is conceptually difficult. Computationally, it is very straightforward. So it is very different from other classes that we've taken before, like calculus and differential equations, where it was computational intensive. You will have to know how to do integration by part. You have to learn special integration techniques, trigonometric substitutions, this and that. But not for this course. For this course, the computation is easy. 80% of the time, what you need to do is to understand the problems and set up a system of linear equations and row reduce it to something that we call an RREF matrix and know how to read off the solution from that RREF matrix. We will learn how to do this kind of computation by hand, but the good news is that after one or two examples, you will be able to use, and you can actually use calculator to do all those reductions. So it's easy. You don't have to do anything. You just have to know how to use your calculator to reduce a matrix into something that is what we call REF matrix and know how to interpret the solutions from that REF matrix. So there's no such thing as integration by parts. There's no such thing as partial fraction or all that kind of stuff in this course. So computationally, it is easy, very, very easy indeed. The things that is difficult is conceptual. So this is a course where it involves a lot of mathematical proof. This is, again, it's a 300 level math class. So what we do is that you really have to be able to understand abstract idea, and you should be able to write some kind of mathematical proof, simple ones, not very complicated ones. I don't usually give very difficult proof problems. So in fact, all my exams are pretty straightforward. I don't do difficult exam because I don't give you difficult problems so that you don't know how to do it. I give you problems that you don't know how to do it, but once you saw the answers, you'll be like, oh God, it's so easy. So that's the kind of style. But you have a lot of practice. So I will try my very best to point it out to you, the kind of concept that usually students get stuck and having trouble understanding it. But you have to meet me halfway, okay? So you have to do your work. There's a lot of work for this course. In the typical semester, we actually do a lot of stuff, and I will assume the same too, even though we are doing it online. I can show you if you want to, but students have been complaining in the evaluation saying that this is way too much work for a 3 credits elective course. But for some of you who know me, you know that I gave a lot of work because mathematics, you really have to do it. You can't just, it's not a spectator sport. You really have to do the problems and think about the problems, understand the problems. I already set up the schedule. I don't think the schedule is very intense. So we'll talk about the schedule and the class organizations in the next few minutes, okay? All right. All right, let's talk about course organizations. But before we go into it, please make sure you check your email at least once a day because this is how the only way I can communicate with you. So please make sure you check your email constantly, and I will check mine so that if you have any questions and stuff like that, I will be able to get back to you pretty soon. So the second thing you need to know is that we have a class diary. This is very important. This is a website that you definitely need to check every day. So it looks something like this. So it's a Math 332 Linear Algebra Summer 2020 class diary. And the organization, as you can see, we list everything out week by week and day by day. So you know exactly what you need to do on Monday, June 1st. June 1st, Monday, you should watch the introduction video, which is this video. And then you should watch a video on section 1.1. And then after that, complete quiz 1 on Blackboard. And then after that, you complete quiz 2 on Blackboard, so on and so forth. So we'll talk more about what does it mean, like complete a quiz on Blackboard. We'll talk more about that later, okay? So let's get back to this. You have a link of the videos through actually class diary. So you don't actually need to go to my YouTube channel. You can actually just go to the class diary and they say watch this video here. So there will be a link. You just click on here and you will get to that video. And we will have a synchronous class meets. It will happen on Wednesday and Friday, and from 7 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. I did a survey on your availability. There are 2 students that didn't get back to me, but everyone's able to meet Wednesday and Friday. So that's the class meets. I think most of you have used Blackboard Collaboration Ultra before. If not, you just go to your Blackboard site and you go look for Collaboration Ultra. And then you will see that the meeting has already been set up. If you go to the Wednesday class meets, just click on the Wednesday class meets. If you go to the Friday class meets, just click on Friday class meet. And you will be able to get to the virtual classroom, okay? So if you went to the virtual classroom and you are the only person there, that means that you went to the wrong classroom, okay? So make sure you get to the correct classroom. The textbooks that we will be using is this, okay? So we do need it in a sense that some of my homework problems is, for example, will be like, look at page 25, do question number 4. So you need to know page 25, question number 4, how does it look like? You can survive without a book because we do have notes provided. We do have a lot of information provided, but well, figure it out. If you have a friend who have that book and say, for example, you need to figure out problem 4 on page 25, how does it look like? You can ask your friend to send you a picture or something. I don't really care whether you have these books or not, but it is nice to have this book. It's a textbooks. You can get a secondhand copy. You can get an e-copy. It doesn't really matter. You can also rent a book. So I don't really care whether or not you have this book physically, the physical copy. You just have to be able to access the material that is on it, okay? All right, so this is the class assessments. Homework will be 10%, quizzes will be 10%. So the quizzes that you do it online after watching the video will be open book. We'll talk more about that. So during our class meets, you will have to participate. So it's either asking questions, answering questions. Will also give you assessments. So those assessments will be counted. And so make sure that you watch all the videos prior to the class meets because you will be quizzed and test, right? So this is, as I said, we will have a lot of these kind of assessments and we will need to be able to interact with you. So all these interaction points, it will be 10% of the course grade. We have 2 exams and then we have 1 final. So the exam, you look at your class diary. If you go and look at your class diary, you can see that we already have decided that the exam is going to be on July 1st. So you can see that we have exam on July 1st, and we also have an exam on July 15th. Everything has already been spelled out in the class diary, which you should check every single day. So make sure you save that link so that you don't have to always, I mean, do the things that you need to do. I mean, you should know all that by now, but you should be able to access our class diary very easily, and you have to check that very constantly. Okay, so this is the information is right here in the syllabus. Is all the things that's basically repeating all the stuff that I already mentioned, just that you have to this is all like the fine print and the detail. But another very important things that you need to know is the ability to submit your material online. So I'm not sure what happens to you in the spring 2020, but I'm pretty sure that you have experience submitting your work online through Blackboard. What I want you to do though is always, I only accept PDF files. So no matter what, I only accept PDF file, and you must have the ability to scan the PDF file. So even when you have multiple pages, you should be able to convert them into one single PDF. This is very easily done. You can, if you have an iPhone, you can actually scan the documents very easily, and it will convert it into a PDF file. You can scan multiple copy, and it will still convert into a PDF file. And also, it's very nice. If you didn't point nicely, it will actually figure out the area, the surface that you actually wanted to scan, the kind of document, and they will crop it nicely for you, and they will turn it into PDF. So make sure you look it up if you don't know how to scan a document and do it in a PDF file. If you have a scanner, then everything will be pretty straightforward. If you just have a phone, you can also go to, there's a lot of apps that you can go to. This is like one of the suggestions, but you can just Google how to do things, and you've just figured out your favorite ways of turning a document into a PDF file. So you should be able to submit quizzes, homework, and everything through PDF. And what you need to do is you have to be able to submit everything on Blackboard. I will show you how. It's actually not very complicated, and we'll talk about that. So for multiple choice questions, sometimes I don't really want to see your work. So if you don't want to scan it, you can just type your answer in just like that. So read the sections, and you will know what I'm saying. Okay, so we have a section on quizzes, and we have a section on homework. We have a sections on our virtual meeting. And the final things I want to point out before we go to Blackboard is technology. Okay, so this is no longer a pass-fail course. So we need to be able to establish some kind of academic integrity. So when you're taking an exam, I do want to have access. I want you to have access to your webcam and your microphone. I will try to do it as not so intrusive. I know your privacy concern and all that, but the situation is not very ideal. So I do need, when you're taking an exam, I do need to be able to see you taking the exam so that I can proctor it. So I want you to have access to a webcam. You need to have a microphone because during the virtual meeting, you do need to speak. So I need to get a webcam ready prior to the second week of class. Any type of webcam, it doesn't really matter. The key thing is that during Blackboard collaborations, I should be able to see you. So in the exam, I would want to be able to, you place your webcam in such a way that I can see you doing the exam, okay? So I don't really need you to scan your room or things like that. Some of you have taken an exam like that before. So I want it to be less intrusive. So I don't really care. I just want to be able to see you, okay? So that's the things that kind of technologies that you need to have. And obviously, you need to have internet connections, and that is important. So that's the kind of stuff that the things that you need to pay attention to. Grading scheme, you can take a look. I'm not going to go to the detail. Calculator, please read that one. And this is a course outline, the things that we will study. So linear algebra, a lot of you are computer science major, and a lot of you are interested in big data, data science, and all that. The course will not be talking a lot about all that kind of applications. This course, the main objective of this course is to lay out all the very, very basic idea, all the fundamental idea, so that when you are taking a class in data science, when people talk about, hey, we are talking about this vectors are linearly independent, this thing span this is a basis for this is the dimensions of that. You will be able to understand what all those terminology means. So this is the absolutely fundamental basic. Okay, so we don't go into the application in data science and all that. There's a course for it, but it's not for this one. But this one is to make sure that you have enough mathematical maturity to deal with all this stuff. So we'll do this kind of introductory idea and concept, so that you are up to speed. So the next time when you run into all those concept and terminology, you will be able to pick it up pretty easily. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Blackboard. So you have used Blackboard. I'm pretty sure you have seen it. This is a course from last semesters. So this is not the course that's set up now. So everything that you see, every notes that you will ever have will be inside this class note folder. So if you go into this class note folder, you will be able to see the quizzes. So you not only see the quizzes, you always have a blank quiz, and then also one with the solutions. So if you click on it, you will see that we have a quiz with solutions. But if you want to practice and you don't want to, so I mean, you practice in preparation for the exam, and you don't want to see the solutions, you can also obtain a blank quiz so that you can practice. So every information that you need will be inside that folder called class notes. I am actually at home right now with a terrible internet connection, so you can see still loading, but you will get that. So let's get back to it. So all this material, you're able to have one that is blank and another one with solution on it. So all the information will be here. Everything is under class notes. So the Blackboard will serve as a big document, a big folder so that we can have all the information here. We will have all the notes, our practice exam solutions, so on and so forth, our homework solutions, and all that. Okay, so everything will be on Blackboard. The class diary is a place to basically tell you what's going to happen on Monday, what's going to happen on Tuesday, so on and so forth. But all your grades, your homework assignments, and everything will be still on Blackboard. So for example, if you need to submit a quiz or you submit a homework, what you need to do is always go to assignment and projects. So let's say you need to submit homework 7. So you click on it and you will see that you can attach a file. So always a PDF file, just attach on it and submit it. This is how you submit all your assignments. So for example, if you need to submit a quiz, so the quiz will be posted, deadline, everything will be specified, and then you can write a text submission, or you can attach a file to it. So some of you have used it before, but if you have not, this is how you do it. This is where you should go to. It's always under assignment and projects. And this is from last time. This is from the spring semester, and you can see that the due date will be spelled out, possible points, and you either do a text submissions or you attach a file to it. It's always a PDF file, so make sure you know how to convert your documents. And don't send me picture file. I have problem printing it out, and sometimes I have problem open it. So always just PDF file, please. That's the next thing, the only thing you need to remember: PDF file and PDF file only. And that is how you utilize this when you need to submit your work. You submit it on Blackboard. This is what I mean, submitting your work on Blackboard. So one last thing about Collaboration Ultra. So if you go to your Blackboard, your interface might look a little bit different from what you have seen here, but you should definitely have a section. It's called the Collaboration Ultra. And okay, so so let's go to the one that is for your course. So your course is right here, and if you go right here, and you should be able to see that's a Collaborate Ultra. So you go to that, and you can see that the sessions has already been assigned. Again, I apologize, my house internet is very bad. So just click on it. So you have the classmates, all the dates has already been set. So just click on the right classmate, which is either Wednesday classmate are the Friday class meets, and this is how we do our virtual meeting. Okay, and that's what you need to know. So please make sure if you have any questions, email me, and that's how we roll. This is how we're going to run our online sessions. Okay, all right. All right. I hope you have some understanding of what this course is all about and how are we going to do it for the next 8 weeks. And I hope you enjoy the course. And I will see you very, very soon. I mean, virtually, but I will see you soon. Okay.